Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a really fun video because today is my 34th birthday. Holy shit, I'm getting old. So I thought it would be really fun to do a 34 random facts about me. 34 because I'm 34 today. And so I got this idea because I've been seeing, a lot of these, like on BookTube, they have the 25 bookish facts about me, or you just see random facts about me videos, and I thought I would take the two and smush them together. I contemplated back and forth on whether or not I would do any explanation about the things or just shoot them off rapid fire, and I think rapid fire will be more fun and leave a little mystery between. Some of these are a little strange, and so if there's anything that I talk about as a random fact that you want a story time video on, maybe you can do a coffee talk where I go into detail about some of the stories behind these random facts, then leave a comment down below on what you would want more information or story time coffee talk videos on. And with that, let's get into the random things about me. Alright, so growing up I used to go visit my dad on the weekends, and one of my oldest memories is of my dad reading books to me. I remember sitting in the kitchen table and he would read me one chapter a day, and the one that I still have and it's just kind of in my memory is Little House on the Prairie, and this is the original copy that I have had since I was a tiny little girl, and this is probably one of my favorite possessions of all time because of my daddy. I am both a middle and oldest child. I have never written young adult until now. I always thought I would write only adult fiction. My favorite book of all time is Jane Eyre, and I have multiple copies of this book. I have two kids, and they are the most adorably perfect and wonderful identical twin boys. Once, when I was a kid, my mom grounded me from being able to read. My husband and I have only ever really gone out on one date. After that, we were just together. So obviously I like to write, but I actually have come up with more ideas for TV/movie scripts than I have novel ideas. I moved to Portland after only one visit. On that first date with my husband, I knew he was the one because he took me to a bookstore and bought me a book. I've always loved to read, and in middle school when they would do those tests to find out your reading level, apparently I was in the top 99% of all students in the country, and I was scored as having a high school senior reading level. A year later, in 8th grade, I had a sophomore in college reading level. Everybody in my family, has always loved to read, but my grandmother was always my biggest reading inspiration. And as a kid, she would always get us books and sign the inside of them. And that was my favorite thing, every Christmas was to see what book Nana got me. I still have two of them, A Journey to the Center of the Earth. And I still have my little inscription from my Nana. Sweetie, this one is exciting. Love, Nana, Christmas 96. A sweet story for a sweet girl. Love, Nana, Christmas 94, and that was Heidi. So my heritage, I am mostly Italian. So on my dad's side, it's all Italian with a drop of Albanian, and on my mother's side, it's 2/3 or more Italian and a third or less of Portuguese. So the next project I'm going to be working on hopefully is going to be something that I'm working on with my husband. It is a movie script, and it is largely inspired by my father and our crazy New Jersey Italian family. So I have brunette hair with a little bit of red because I've been dyeing it red, but over the last 10 years I've had every hair color. Naturally this color here, so dark brown, these are my roots, but I've had dyed black hair, dyed red hair. I even dyed my hair blonde for a year, and now I'm doing red-ish, what you see here. I had a few pets growing up, but one of my favorite dogs was a dog named Charlie, and he was named after Charles Barkley. I got him when I was 3, and he died when I was 15. And I have met Charles Barkley when I was an adult, somewhere around 22, and he is the nicest human. I have also met Dwight from The Office, but I didn't know who the hell he was at the time. So there is a character in a book that is actually published and out there in the world that is very loosely based on me. I mean, really, I'm pretty sure that the only similarities now is that she's really short and she's spunky. But it's kind of cool. She was, the inspiration for that character was me. But she's also an assassin, so I don't really know what that says about how people see me. I went through both a writing and reading slump that literally lasted years, where I didn't read or write anything. I had a very small, intimate wedding on the beach here in Oregon, and it was performed by my friend Tiffany. So we already talked about how I went through a reading and writing slump, but what actually inspired me to get out of that slump was YouTube. I have a weakness for really bad TV, soap operas and like Lifetime movies, but there's really only 1 or 2 reality shows that I like. So until I met my husband, any scary movie would just absolutely terrify me, but he loves scary things and scary movies, so I've become pretty immune to it. So now it has to be something that is like a ghost/possession story, or you tell me is based on a true story. Even if it's stupid, if you tell me it's true, I will be scared. I feel most creative during the fall and winter time. So I grew up in a very small resort ski town, and I've only ever been skiing 1 time. I was a vegetarian for an entire year. I also met Sammy Hagar, and I almost insulted him. Christmas is my absolute favorite holiday, and just the whole Christmas season I just live for every year. Halloween is a close second. My first car was a 1985 AMC Eagle. His name was Gus Gus, and he never ran. I also met Reba McEntire when I was a kid. I'm talking like 7, 8 years old, and I stole her fork. I collect all things fairies, figurines, cards, books. If it's about a fairy, I want it. I have 2 tattoos, a fairy sitting in a teacup on my back, and the word destiny on my wrist. My first job was when I was 15. I was a busser/dishwasher at Denny's, and my mom was my manager. That was fun. Alright you guys, so that is it. Those are the 34 random things about me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to see your kind of random things. So it's not really a challenge or a tag, but if you do want to do a video similar to that, make sure to come back and leave a link to your video so I can check it out. I think it's a great way to get to know each other in this community a lot better. And of course, as I said, if there's anything that I mentioned as my facts that you would like to know like more about, and we can do a coffee talk or something, leave that down below for me. And I would love to do some sort of random video like that. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and go write some words and read a book, and I will catch you guys.